Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I'm your host, Ryan, and as always, it's bloody good to have you guys here in the audience today. And the Blood Moon Rises is here, the new hardest and longest Grandmaster quest in the game, the new endgame boss, the Maggot King, the new Crush spec weapon, the Crimson Kiston is all here today, and we are live streaming all of it. The release, all the way to be smashing the boss out and building the first Crimson Kiston. If you can build it before me, I will give you a bond. So come by to the live streams at kick.com/KingCondor and hit the subscribe button down below here because we're live on YouTube as well. Both platforms, all the fucking way through. Come do the quest. I will show you how to get the quest done alongside me. I can give you pointers. I can send you in the right direction, give you all the facts that you might be missing from the wiki. And then, of course, taking on the boss, we're going to absolutely fucking dominate. Be one of the first players in the game to finish the quest, kill the boss, and hopefully even just build the new Crimson Kiston or get the new neck piece. Whatever happens, we're going to be smashing this boss. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I bet I'm going to get really fucking tilted at some of the mechanics, but we're looking forward to it. So don't be afraid to come by to the live streams. Chuck a couple of extra inches on the end of your cock by calling me a dickhead live right here, right now. My name is Ryan. Don't be afraid to check out the latest episode of Right Click Examine, where the shittest players in the Oldschool Runescape community come on and we test them in the most extreme and basic PVM content. We push them to their absolute limits, clean up their banks, and we make fun of them for the terrible life choices that they make. And you're probably a perfect candidate for the show, so don't be afraid to apply. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News. This is Rune News. You're watching Rune News. My name is Rune News, and you're watching Rune News. The Blood Moon Rises is out today, ladies and gentlemen. The first official update for 2026 of Oldschool Runescape. Now, the quest is not available for another hour and a half or so. I'll be live before the quest does come out so we can all gather together, theorycraft, and jump right in. I'm going to go through this blog now, and then we'll do it again on stream. And like I said, come to the live streams, and we're going to go through the whole thing together and absolutely smash it out. There's the time zones for those that are it's probably already past this time by the time you're watching this video. So come to the live stream. Now, the Blood Moon Rises, the new best in slot, the new Grandmaster task. These are all your requirements that you need, which you should already be aware of. I'm pretty sure it's the final quest in the Vampire Marique questline, which is pretty good. It starts down here at the Icene Graveyard, where you go for Sins of the Father. You talk to this bitch, which, by the way, for those that haven't noticed yet, Render Problem by JX, she's got half a face, so I hope it's like that in the main game, just for memes. Start the quest, you go through. Now, before you start, it is recommended to have these sound settings here. However, just come to my live stream and turn the cunt up and I'll sort that out for you. We're going to listen to all the music. I'm sure it's going to sound fucking great. Now, Vampyrium, before you enter, it's a new area. It is dangerous. If you die, you lose your hardcore status, but you don't lose your stuff. You keep all your items and you respawn in Vampyrium. That's just what they're letting you know here. Everything you need in Vampyrium can be found there, including consumables and resources, so you don't need to be leaving and coming back. But if you teleport out mid-quest, you can come back to the spot that you were just at. So it's a pretty safe and straightforward area to go through, but it is quite dangerous. Spoiler warning for the quest rewards, which I'll open up here quickly. Fuck it, why not? Spoiler warning for the quest rewards. A new spec weapon, the upgraded flail, which is going to be over the Blisswood. I'm assuming a Bloodwood flail, maybe. 6 XP tones, granting 30k XP, which is 3 times 6, that's 240,000 XP in any skill you want over level 70, so big for the prayer and, I guess, rune crafting players. If you're an Ironman, probably agility, that shit sucks. 4 quest points and the ability to return to Vampyrium and engage in its unique skilling activities. Personal note from ModEd basically says, it's a good quest. He put a lot of work into it. Please don't hold spacebar, which is what we're going to fucking do. Hold that shit down. I've already glued my spacebar to the fucking desk, so don't worry. Now, new bugs. There's a bunch of activities here. We're going to explore it all on stream. We're going to go through all of it. There's going to be videos uploaded on what to do in Vampyrium, so don't stress. But these bugs here damage you if they hit you, by the looks of it, I think. I can't tell. Now, Strimfike Hunter. These are new birds you can hunt. When you have their feathers, you want to collect their feathers and hold on to them. They're effectively a sort of currency in Vampyrium, which we'll go through in just a moment. Hunting them is going to be pretty straightforward. You'll need to gather bait in the form of Letvek, which are these little boys here in box traps, and then you use those to hunt the birds and you get the feathers and whatnot. Do hold on to the feathers. I'll let you know why in a moment. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I think that's where you hide to trap the birds, maybe, or I don't know. I could read it and tell you, but I want to find out for myself because I think it's going to be a lot of fun discovering this in game. So sorry for those that wanted an in-depth block guide. Live stream, come to the fucking live stream. I'm right there. Moving on. So the bird comes down, you get the bird, you get the feathers, big. Leech fin fishing is the same as fishing in the Perilous Moons. Just move left, right, middle, grab the leech fins. You get 50 blood sacks, and you can squeeze those into 1 vial for 1 vial of blood. Rest in peace. The, I guess, standard drop table for Theatre of Blood. Ain't gonna be that bad, but vial of blood, squeeze it in. Very slow method. It's not really viable for farming, I'll be honest, unless you're a bitch. Brackets, hardcore Ironman that can't top. There you go, fair enough. But if you've done this quest, you can do top. Trust me, Bloodwood woodcutting is going to be a pretty decent woodcutting method at 77 woodcutting. And Jagex does have a note here about the XP rate, saying that it's going to be roughly, or they wanted it to be roughly 80 to 90 KXP now, but it could be more, just based on like how people play the game and obviously proposed methods. Every time Jagex offers a XP rate, they're always underselling it. Like, they always get the math wrong. That's totally fine. We're going to see, because they'll start adjusting XP rates through everything in this area, obviously, as the weeks go on. So if you see any busted XP methods, abuse early and abuse often, you're not likely to get banned for it. They never do ban people for this shit unless it's super game breaking, so use your brain. Take advantage of these methods while you can, because they will nerf them. PVM interactions are going to be a similar concept. You've got the Venator Slayer. So these are Venators, whatever you want to call them. Big old bats. They count as vampires for Vampire Slayer, so might be re-enabling that shit now. They're big boys. Big old bats. For context, look at the size of the cunts. Now, they count as vampires, and they have a superior variant as well, which is pretty cool. So you give this... hold on, I'll get to the superior in a minute. They count as vampires. They drop blood shards at, I think, a more practical rate. They're more for loot than they are for Slayer XP, which is pretty big. And this guy here, this is where you want your feathers. So while I think, from what I understand, they're Slayer only, unless you talk to this dickhead, and then you give him feathers, and if you give him 100 feathers, you can kill up to 3 Venators nearby. Off Slayer tasks. So meaning if you want to farm them for blood shards, you need to farm a bunch of those feathers, hand them into this dickhead. Every 100 feathers is 3 Venators, and then you can go find your blood shards. And I think it's going to be, like, provided you have the feathers, which you could probably buy, by the way, so probably a decent hunting method for money. If you want blood shards, this might be the best way to farm blood shards, but it's 100 feathers for 3 kills. So, you know, versus hitting vampires with a dog shit flail, this may be the new answer. I guess we'll find out. Now, they do drop superior variants, and superior variants, this is the first time ever, superior monster from non-Slayer task. Means you don't have to be on a Slayer task to get a superior here. Yeah, but you have to be on a Slayer task for the superior to roll for an imbued heart and eternal gem. I don't think it counts for the stars, just the imbued heart and the eternal gem. So you can get the other stars, I guess. But yeah, first time getting superior spawns without being on a Slayer task, which is pretty cool, The Maggot King, here he is, boys. Maggot with a capital fucking F. Big boy. So, new repeatable boss at the end. Lots of damage. Oh, move my mouse, my apologies. We don't know a huge amount about this boss otherwise, except his attack, where he's got that long-ass Solar Mission style neck straight over the line, which I'm assuming you can crush melee. So, get ready for that bad boy. Crimson Kiston spec on that. Otherwise, we don't know a huge amount about this boss. Just know that it's going to be fucking difficult. Somewhere between Forsaken Nightmare and the Inferno, apparently, which is a pretty big margin, in my opinion. But he's a big boy. I'm predicting Twisted Bing Bong Billington Chilium as the main weapon on the Maggot King. But we'll find out. The Crimson Kiston is here. Nice fucking spec. Big damage. Huge. With the Inquisitor's armor set, by the way. And looks fucking badass. We know the stats. The Necklace of Rupture is the new best in slot necklace. And the Seeker arrows, which is something we should all be saving up for our Dragon and Amethyst arrows. So make sure you grab those Seeker arrows. You can obviously get those through fletching with the new Bloodwood woodcutting. Apply them to your arrows. You get increased accuracy and a minimum hit increase of a guaranteed of 3 minimum damage if you hit your target with range, which is incredibly broken. Player support anti-cheat statistics, which is all horseshit because there's still bots everywhere. And they banned a total of, what was this? 343 free-to-play and 6.6 million free-to-play and 343,000 paid-to-play bots. Only 340k paid-to-play bots this year alone. Okay, sure, dude, whatever. Looking forward to the real stats. I want to see another bot busting stream. A note from the OSRS stream is enjoy the new logo on the login screen. Very good. Mobile and official client. Just use Runelight. Grow up. Merch that isn't mine, so I'm scrolling straight past that shit. And LMS is back on Oswald, so when I get the chance, I'll be going over there to dumb cunts again, get a little bit of fucking racist at the Frox Enclave, and then hit up the Maggot King boss once again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just dive into the quest. Runescape 3 update is going to be as short as it's ever been. You'll be fucking surprised. Grand exchange for some money, and then we're diving in. So come to the live stream. There's no longer time for you to be a pussy. This is it. Jump in. King.com/KickCondor. Kick.com/KingCondor. Let's go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for Rune News. My name is Wade Green, and this week the Basalt is the biggest rise. This is due to this sneak preview of the new player main island coming to the game. People believe that the Basalt's going to be to do with the new teleport system. It's going to be linked in some sort of way. They've got the same fucking name. The blog is it's pretty much coming to a close now. We've just got the poll in the way, maybe a few last changes. Then Jagex is going to lock that shit in to see this stuff hopefully released, we're going to say the late half of July. Well before August, we should see this new island come to the game. Basalt is currently on the rise. Likely, it's actually a good idea to start mining this and maybe flog it off with the GE. You could make a little bit of coin. Now, the Demonic Quill is unironically a potentially wise investment here, being the biggest loss of the week at the moment. If Jagex does the big brain switch and they actually decide to make it so you don't need the Slayer points to have the Oak Plate helmet, which would be wise, and by the way, do that for the Twisted helmet as well while you're at it. I would like it if they did that. This could see a rise in value. Now, it's been rumored, it's been suggested, it's been pushed and complained about. Will Jagex actually do it? Well, all we know is that a JMod said it's not a bad idea. So you could look at investing in the Demonic Quill very loosely at your own risk, but if it does come out that they don't need the channel points, 60! What's it called? The Slayer points, then you could get away with making a little bit of cash on the Demonic Quill. And now the Twisted Bing Bong Billion Chilean, the most expensive fucking mega rare of the week, and you know for a fact there is a good chance this is the new best assault weapon on the Maggot King. We'll be trying that out today at the release right here at King Cotton. So make sure to drop a follow at King Kong King Kong Kong King Kong. And finally, of course, the Soma vouchers, because it's not a sailing update. We lose a little bit of value, but that's fine. That means it's a good time for you to start buying the Stormware vouchers because the new sailing updates are coming very soon. We get a new player-made island, and getting on top of that new maximized boat is actually really good value at the moment, especially when farming those super valuable sailing items from all the bounty tasks, which is super good XP at the moment, super AFK, and then endgame sailing content coming next year with a new world boss and potential raid. You're going to want those Stormware vouchers while you can before the bots make all that money. My name is Wade Green. Eat a fat dick. Have a good night. Ironman moment number 1 for the week is again Hacksaw, the most spooned, overhyped Ironman in the game. He's a hardcore Ironman that died to Brutal Black Dragons. Name one hardcore Ironman other than Hacksaw that kills Brutal Black Dragons in general. Bad idea. Anyway, he paid for his Radiant Earth Plate Scythe kit. Like, this cunt's friends list is empty. But he got the boots from Delve Boss on Delve level 4, which is the earliest you can get them. So, obviously, he's on my shit list. And now the Iron Man known as Touching Tips, a frequent, I guess, Iron Man feature on the show lately, got himself an Ancestral Robe Top, which is huge. I think he pulled a deck scroll earlier as well, so congratulations on that, mate. Nice work, GZ. And then, finally, we have the Iron Man Iron Pornhub back again. Back-to-back weeks, getting an Oath Plate chest, not long after getting his Yama pet too. So, pretty big drop there. Nice work. I think that's about 100 KC as well. Massive drops. And now we're going to dive into the Maggot King boss, and we're going to go questing. We're going to do all that content right now, so make sure you are following and come to the live stream. Don't be afraid to just fucking jump in, have a good time. I'm going to take you guys all the way through the content and get you guys to where you need to be able to destroy this new Maggot King boss. My name is Ryan. This has been Rune News. Have a good night. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big board